Hello, everybody, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about 7 steps to the network marketing recruiting process in reverse for a good reason. My ultimate goal is to show you how to earn the member into your downline. And now I know every single one of you who's watching this video probably wants that to happen for you. In any event, if you need to pause this video for a second, please do so. Get a pad and a pen and write this stuff down. It's going to be very useful for you in the future. If you skip one step, the whole process will be broken and you'll continue to struggle in your business. So, again, if you need to pause, take the moment to do so and get that pad and pen. I tell you that this should be done in reverse order for a good reason. You want to be able to understand why you have a break in the process that is stopping your forward progress if that's what's happening to your business. When you find the breakdown in the process, you can always go back and fix what you're doing a little bit at a time instead of having to start all over again every time that you fail. Failure is not always bad. It always leads to small corrections along the way that yield big results. Maybe it might even be just one little thing that you tweak on a landing page that could make the page convert like crazy. And you just might have that one little element that's not working for you. Okay, so let's dig in. Step 7, we're on the last step. Now, this is the final interaction. This is when you actually have the person either in a direct conversation with you or you're sitting in a webinar or something like that. To get here, you continuously went through the process, but the final step in the process to get here was a call to response or a call to action. Usually that's going to happen like an email or something like that. You're going to invite your subscribers to come to a meeting or something that's going to talk about your primary business, which you're looking to put them into. Okay. Step 6 is the call to action, which I had just mentioned. Now, this is usually comes from an email, but may come from a blog post as well from a conference that you run. Now, the thing about it is, wouldn't it be good if you wrote an email telling somebody to go to a blog post announcing this conference and they were able to leave you a comment or something like that? That is another way that you could go about this. There are many ways that you can go about this. Now, moving on, step 5 is the actual direct response from your warm market with questions about what is it that you do. Okay, you spend time building a list over the course of time. You spend time going through all the steps of the process. And as your list builds, you're going to find that people are going to get quite curious as to what you're doing. They're going to want to know, well, why did you learn all this information? They're going to want to basically know everything that you have to share. They're going to want to know your whole bag of tricks. They're going to keep on asking you questions. Now, the way you handle the direct response is it's one of the critical steps along the way. And if you don't do this right, chances are you're not going to get them to step 6 and 7, which is to be sitting down with them either on the phone or even in person or in a webinar. They're not even going to want to take a look at your business. So you want to be able to respond to them. Okay, your warm market consists of people that are subscribers who you email on a regular basis by sharing value. Sharing value is going to be what's going to drum up that curiosity. The process of drumming up curiosity is never going to cease. Even if they've subscribed to your mailing list, took a download from you, they're not just going to automatically join your business right away. Chances are they're going to try to pick your brain and pick your brain and pick your brain without joining your business until they finally hit that point where, all right, I got to know what this guy's doing or what this gal's doing. Always share value. If you link back to a blog of yours, you can always share value and you can find it'll get you to step 6. Each step along the process just moves it along. Okay, step 4 is get visitors onto your list. This is the call to action on your lead capture pages and your landing pages. It's something that basically it's irresistible. They have to go for the call to action, which gets us now to it's usually on your traffic hub, your landing page, your blog. You always should have a call to action to tell people what they need to do to solve their problem. Anyway, step 3, that's your compelling offer. By a compelling offer, you're basically justifying the problems that you can solve when you highlighted them in the first 2 steps of the process, which we're going to move on to next. Anyway, bullet points work great here. Talk about the problem, list the solutions that your compelling offer will solve. Bullet points are perhaps one of the best ways, because a lot of times what you're going to find is when somebody comes to a landing page of yours, a blog post of yours, they're going to scan through and they're going to look through bullet points. They're going to look for little things that are easy to read and that are going to kind of get them into the meat and potatoes right away, because people tend to be generally less patient. Anyway, it is advisable that you give it away. Whatever your compelling offer is, you're going to want to give it away in step 4 after you've basically told people about what the offer is. When you come to step 4 and you do your call to action, you're going to reinforce the fact that you're giving this really awesome information away that's going to help their business. And you're going to find that I do the same thing on my blog when you come to my blog after this video. Anyway, step 6, traffic. This is easy. I'm not going to get into this today, but that is step 6, and that is a very important step in the process, but it's basically super easy. And I think anybody who's watching this video has probably attempted to do this before. Generating the traffic is easy because step 1 is going to basically do that. I misnumbered this a little bit. That's actually step 2. I have it says number 6 here, but it's the second thing in the process that you're going to be doing in the frontward order, but in the reverse order, we're discussing it number 6. So anyway, moving on, same deal with the numbering. You're going to write a compelling ad. You're going to put a compelling ad somewhere that's going to draw people to your landing page, your blog post, whatever you're going to do. This is going to be the initial thing that people are going to see. It's the initial encounter. Now, it talks about a problem and that there is a solution. It doesn't really go any further into that. In other words, let's say, for example, somebody's struggling to generate traffic. You can say something like, extremely effective way to generate traffic sends targeted people to your pages on autopilot. Something like that. Now, if you see how I phrased that, you'll understand that we're immediately talking about a problem, and it immediately will catch people's attention. If you're trying to sell a program that might make somebody $1 million, and you say, oh, this program's going to make you $1 million, you're not necessarily any different than anybody else. But when you start talking about a very specific problem that people have in their business, and you talk about a solution to it, it's something that people get extremely curious about, and then they come right to you and they look at what you have. They look at your landing pages. So anyway, moving on. Anyway, don't tell it all in one ad. Nobody will even listen or care. Can't stress that enough. Anyway, these are my 7 steps in reverse order. The reason that I did them in reverse is to better understand where a break is, maybe in your business. Find the breaks as you go, and you'll get better with every single day of action. If you found value here, I need you to do me a favor. Be sure to go to my blog in the description if you're on YouTube. Okay, like, comment, and share. And if you're on my blog, fill out the form on the top right half of the page. This will help to fix the things that are broken in the network marketing recruiting process. What you'll get with this is I'm going to give you a copy of 7 critical points to boost landing page conversions. That's a report that I wrote up on some things that have really worked well for me in the past, and I felt that it's very important to share with you. And another thing that I'm going to give you, you're going to have access to 7 videos of my mentor, Ray Higdon. Now, he's a multi-millionaire network marketer, and he's going to be talking about the final steps in the process once people are talking to you. Stay tuned for more. I'm always going to share value with you. Stop by my blog. It's at larrykracko.com, and click the link below the bottom of this video, and I'll see you soon.